Okay, Pisces. Now, your current desires, expectations for love. In the month of August, we have the Two of Swords. You're the second sign to have drawn this month. This is always a tough one. I feel for you because it shows me that you are torn. Some of you are really having to make some tough decisions regarding love, and some of these decisions may be very painful, very difficult for you. You don't really want to face the truth. There is a blindfold on this lady, and she is guarding her heart very closely. There's a lot going on that she's even unaware of. You have the moon and her emotions in the background, and it kind of has this stormy feeling. So some of the stuff she's not even aware of why she's doing what she's doing, but she knows that she has to make a decision. She knows that it's going to be difficult, and she's mentally probably gone back and forth, and she's still struggling to make that choice. So Pisces, for some of you, you might be dealing with an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but you're having to make tough mental choices. And I feel that you are torn. You're torn between either two lovers or two decisions or a choice. You're just not sure which way you want to go. And what's holding you back is fear, really. Fear of hurting someone else, fear of making the wrong choice. And you are covering your heart, Pisces. So I do feel that you're trying to protect yourself. You really don't want to be hurt. And that maybe a past hurt or pain or relationship is still keeping you guarded and not really open to love at this time or in your own relationship. This is a card about denial. So I know with Pisces, because they are so sensitive and dreamy, sometimes it's hard for Pisces to face the truth about a situation. And when they love unconditionally and very compassionately, and they put their lover in very high regards, and their lover can do no wrong. So I do feel that there's a sense of not wanting to see the truth about a situation, not wanting to see things as they really are, rather just being blind to the truth or denying the truth. And there's a feeling here that, you know what, as long as I keep my head in the sand and keep my blindfold on, you know, ignorance is bliss. And if I ignore it for long enough, maybe it will go away. But there is a feeling of having to rip that blindfold off, and that not giving into self-denial or even deceiving yourself, because it might get worse. It can also be about, some of you, if you're in a relationship, Pisces, it could be about arguing. If, you know, one of you is being rigid or unyielding, both sides are like locked into their opinion and their mindset, and that there's just little room for forgiveness and no sign of anybody yielding. This is a very guarded, strong, like, I'm right, this is what I believe, I'm not backing down. And some of you, Pisces, because you care so much, if you are thinking about leaving a relationship, you're really afraid of what that's going to do to the other person. Like, you don't want to hurt them. You don't want to cause pain or upset. And that's also what's kind of keeping you stuck at this like stalemate and, you know, cross-choice decision. You're really trying to figure this out. This is a sign of deep wounds from the past and being hurt deeply from a past relationship. And that's also preventing you from moving on or opening your heart to your lover. Okay, so very interesting. The obstacle or the challenge, Pisces, we have the Hermit, but this time it's in the reverse. So when the Hermit's in the upright, it's all about you taking time to withdraw, you taking time to seek within, to find your inner truth, your inner light, your inner guidance. But now that the Hermit is in reverse, it's about coming back down from the mountain. It's about, you know, regaining life, becoming social, opening yourself up, taking that time, taking all the knowledge and wisdom and spiritual insight that you gained up there on that mountain and bringing it down to the masses. So if this is in the obstacle position, I feel that, you know, it's time for you to start applying the knowledge and the truth that you already know, that you've already attained a lot of wisdom in relationships, and that you know what you need to do. And now it's a time to like apply it. This is also about, Pisces, being afraid to look within. On the other hand, it could be like not wanting to find out why you're doing what you're doing. Like, you don't even want to know. You'd rather just be oblivious to it. and pretend like it doesn't exist. Because doing this is going to force you to have to make a change. And making that change could be drastic. So I do feel that some of you are being afraid of what you're going to discover. Like you don't really want to see the truth in this situation. And I can understand that. It's tough. But this is about you finding your own inner strength and facing your fears head on. You know, if you have become paralyzed with fear and feel powerless and overwhelmed by the situation, you know, just try to start facing things and being more realistic and factual. This can also talk about a feeling of being alone. So maybe if you're in a relationship or you're single, you just have this feeling of being alone. Like you're in, you know, on the outside, you're in a relationship, but on the inside, you feel like you're doing this just by yourself. But this is really about avoiding your problems and emotions, Pisces. I'm getting that really strongly. And that is an issue for Pisces because they are so deep. Pisces feel things very powerfully and they're very highly sensitive, especially when matters of the heart. And it's hard for them to take on the harsh realities of the world. So I understand this completely. For some of you, it's about searching for a new relationship after being single. And there's just a feeling of like, will I ever meet that person? Will it ever work out? Will I ever find my soulmate? For some of you, you might be feeling like a midlife crisis. But don't feel like that, Pisces. If you're kind of on the darker side or feeling like you're an outcast or on the fringe, just know that you are incredibly beautiful, incredibly magnetic, creative, and as painful as this relationship is, you are so much stronger than you realize, and you will become stronger through this process. If you're deciding between two people, you know, whatever facts that you're having to face that you really don't want to, just do your best to, you know, take it day by day. Don't overwhelm yourself and try to just be realistic with what's really happening. So I am getting that this is going to be a little challenging month for you as far as love goes. Not that you're not going to work it out, Pisces, but the outcome here, we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And so the Queen of Pentacles in the upright is all about stability, control, you know, really being based on reality. So when we're in the opposite of that, it's kind of like impractical, out of control, unhealthy, dull, stuck in a rut, kind of careless attitude. So, you know, instability and ungrounded. So I feel that you're really being challenged right now, Pisces. You're really being challenged. Your heart is one place, but the reality of the relationship is somewhere totally different. And there is a temptation for some Pisces to kind of get lost at sea this month. And that can be the challenge for Pisces, is getting lost in the illusion and the deception. So you're really going through kind of like, you're really having to dig deep and find yourself, and you might feel a little lost. So the outcome here, what you're going to realize is that you've been ungrounded and you've been out of touch with how life really is, or even unaware of your own personal needs. You might be kind of going in certain directions and overdoing certain things, or working too hard to distract yourself. And I do feel there's a temptation here this month to kind of lose touch with yourself, what you truly want, what you truly desire. Like you're getting more lost in fantasy. Some of you might just feel stuck and stay stuck in this Two of Swords energy where you're just like, I don't know what to do. And if you have been really hurt by the situation, you may just kind of not care this month. Like, I really don't even care. Like, I'm not even gonna like dress up or whatever. And what I feel is going to help you, Pisces, you might just need to get away, like take a little vacation, take a little trip. You need to connect with nature. You need to connect with God and your spirit and kind of get a little sense of stability back. And I think you're going to start seeing more clearly what you need. either in this relationship or how to make this decision, how to come to an understanding about love and relationships. So it's all about you kind of coming back to balance. If you're kind of hesitating or leaning towards a certain way, this month you're really going to have to battle those energies and stay on solid ground and find those things that are going to give you clarity about who you are and what you want and what you need in relationships, and just be truthful and honest with yourself. Don't run from the facts. Try to deal with those things that you don't want to deal with or face, because in the long run, even though it's painful, it's going to pay off, because then you can move on.